All right, guys, this is Norwell Central coming back at you in the YouTube video, and I really appreciate all the love and support so far. We have gotten a ton of commitments so far, and I'm very, very excited to see how Florida State's 2024 class ends up going because we all knew it, in the offseason. We talked about how the arch rival Florida Gators were kind of getting some momentum. We really didn't know what Florida State staff was doing at some point, and now they're starting to hit their stride before the season because they are expecting super expectations this season in terms of ACC championship appearances as well as college football playoff appearances as well. So super excited to see where this recruiting class goes. We got some huge news recently as five-star offensive tackle Jonathan Daniels from Pine Forest High School in Pensacola has committed to Florida State. This has been a process that's been going on for quite some time. He's also received 5 crystal ball predictions to Florida State, had officially visited Florida State on June 23rd when they had a huge recruiting weekend. Then he actually came up and visited Kentucky earlier this year, Georgia, and also LSU earlier in the month of June. And I think that's something important because Florida State was able to hang on and get this recruitment, didn't let it affect them any. And I know Coach Atkins is a tremendous recruiter, but he did have a couple of targets that were trending over and actually committed to USC in the TT as well as Zandamela. And I think Zandamela was a guy that they thought they had it in the bag for quite some time. He was went to USC earlier this month and ultimately committed right after that official visit. I think it's very important to understand that with the small tackle class that they have so far and just offensive class in general, I just don't know what to expect in terms of Florida State's offensive line recruiting, and I think they really had to kind of get on top of their offensive line transfer or targets in terms of just getting those guys in. Now, Daniels did actually play right tackle at Pine Forest High School. He's about 6'4", 280, 285. I think he is a viable tackle. I know some people are kind of deeming him as an interior offensive lineman. The other thing that's kind of weird about his recruitment as well is 247 Sports has him as a high 3-star. Some of the other outlets have him as a 4-star, and then On3 has him as a 5-star glorified top offensive tackle prospect. I definitely think he's a mid-tier 4-star, but I always try to tend to go for the highest ranking in terms of college or for the Florida State commits because I do want them to have the respect that they need and just in terms of that. So I'm super excited to see how Florida State kind of ends with this class in terms of getting prospects. Will Florida State be able to get a guy like Ty Hilton from the Florida area as well? That's kind of being a thing that we're going to have to monitor because I think Alex Atkins wants to get 3 in this class, but will he be able to get those 3? I think that's something to kind of monitor there. But, Daniels is wearing the all-white uniform combination, has been a Florida State, I could say, lean for quite some time, and now he finally pulled the trigger. We talked about with the Hayes Fawcett Twitter reply that he had about getting an edit, hit me up, message me and everything like that from a post that Hayes had posted back in 2016 about commits and recruits being able to request those top schools lists and commitment edits. Some people thought there was some smoke with Florida State at this point. And, this is a prime example of Daniels wanting to do it on his own time. And I definitely think that Daniels is going to be able to be that guy that can recruit other guys to Florida State at that point. And Luke Kromenhoek was a guy, for example, that was on the official visit during the 23rd and was hanging around nonstop around Jonathan Daniels, wanting to get that relationship with him because he is going to be protecting his, life at Florida State at that point. You want to make sure that you don't have any injuries as a quarterback. And with him being such a great quarterback, he has to have some offensive line around him to be able to be effective with all those weapons that Florida State has gotten in their recruiting class and hopefully going to be able to sign at Florida State. I think that's very important. But Alex Atkins gets on the board with his first offensive line recruit, and I couldn't be more excited that it was Jonathan Daniels. And hopefully we can kind of get this more momentum as we go through this cycle with the offensive line recruiting. But I really appreciate all the love and support as always. Be sure to hit my social media accounts down at the bottom, and as well as leaving a like button today. Subscribe to the channel. It is completely free. I'm trying to get out as much daily FSU content as I can. Be sure to hit the like button as well. And always, go Noles.